So you were absolutely positive that you had this item. You just swore up and down in your head you had plenty of it. But come to find out, eh, you ran out of it. What am I talking about? Back in a minute. Now, there is an item that almost every family uses. Not every. Some people refrain from it. Some people are on certain diets and they're restricted from it, or they choose not to eat it for whatever the reason. But I'm talking about the families that regularly use bread. And they thought they had tons of it. And for whatever the reason, they just did not. Hi, I'm Jan from New York City, and I love to help people keep some of their hard earned money. All right, let's talk about this for a minute. Well, what do? You have a lot of choices, of course. You can just run out to the grocery store and get some more. Or if you're not in the mood or you're really, really busy, you may order it and wait whatever a few more hours or the next day, or you just forego it, or you look around your home and your pantry and your stockpile for now until you can get to the grocery store. There are many reasons why people run out of bread. Either they forgot or over or underestimated, right, their stockpile, or maybe money's a little tight until the next paycheck comes in and literally cannot get the bread at the moment. This is why it is really important at the beginning of the month or whenever you have your, main income coming in, to plan to keep in your pantry some type of bread, like, or really literally carbohydrate item, because that's really what the person is probably craving. Okay, just saying. So here's what happened to me this morning, and that's what prompted this video for now. This morning, I thought I had a bunch of bread left over because I like to have a piece of toast with my egg in the morning. Or what I do is I also keep English muffins in the freezer type thing. And I was out of all of it. And I was like, I want a little bit of carbs with my breakfast. But what I did instead, the light bulb went off because I have a habit in the beginning of the week. I like to make about a cup of rice cooked and put it away. I can use little bits of it in, let's say, a soup or whatever I have. And in this case, I did something I never really did before, but only when I made fried rice, where like the rice was the star of the show. In this case, the eggs were still the star of the show. So I took my beautiful scrambled eggs, of which I seasoned up really nicely. But remember, there was no bread around. And I said, Jan, you still have like about a quarter of a cup of cooked brown rice in the fridge. Aha. So I took it. It was already cooked, put it into the seasoned eggs, and I just whirled it together as I was cooking. I like my eggs on the creamy side, so everything was still nice and soft, and the rice was heated up, and it was all seasoned. Can I tell you something? Delish. And it occurred to me that this not only saved me like having to run at that moment for a loaf of bread, for example, or English muffins, but this is a great wallet stretcher, an egg stretcher, if you're feeding a bunch of people scrambled eggs. So I just thought I'd mention this trick to you and some other tricks too. Another thing, if you like potatoes and you run out of bread, look in your freezer. You might have some frozen French fries. There you go. Pop them into your air fryer or your oven, regular oven. Heat that through with your breakfast eggs, for example, or if you're just having that bread craving until you get to the grocery store. Potatoes are a great thing. Or if you have regular boiled potatoes, doesn't hurt at the beginning of the week, for example, to boil up an extra potato or two. Keep it in the fridge for whenever you want it. You could slice them, dice them, use them throughout the week for whatever the purpose. Again, that's a great in-between thing to have when you do not have bread. It just satisfies that craving for that little bit of extra carb and a little bit of a filler too. So it is definitely a budget stretcher. Another thing I encourage anyone to do is check your stockpile. You might have picked up a box of Melba toast, for example. Melba toast is really, really good. It keeps pretty well. I think some people say things like that last about 6 months in a stockpile. I'm not sure. Do your homework and double check. But to have that ready when you run out of bread is good. Another fantastic alternative is garlic toast. You know those garlic toasts that are frozen? Maybe you have that in your freezer and you completely forgot about it. That is a great bread alternative. So you toast that up with your breakfast or your dinner. And by the way, a dear friend of mine also mentioned about garlic toast a long time ago that she turns her garlic toast into a simple pizza. Imagine that was a bonus tip. Taking that garlic bread toast, the sliced up one, all done up, you do nothing but heat it up, add your little sauce, add your little bit of mozzarella cheese or even pepperoni if you want, or just whatever other topping that's up to you. And then you could toast that up in your oven, for example, and you have garlic toast pizza anytime. So there are alternatives, but I want to mention to you what, in my opinion, was one of the best videos that I've ever seen. Lynn Wilson from the At Home with Lynn Wilson Everyday Living channel, and I hope I'm saying the rest of your channel properly because I always seem to mess that up, Lynn. Sorry about that. But head over there. I'm going to attach in the description below and even in the pinned post in the comment section this video. She created this video a couple of years back. And could I tell you, when I went to look to find that video, it ranked as one of the top videos. So I know what I'm saying when I could point out a great video. So I'm going to include that video. She goes into great detail about what to do if you run out of bread, having those bread alternatives. And this can happen to anyone. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate everybody's time. And if you'd like to come back and hear some more messages from me, come back every weekday, Monday through Friday at 5 a.m. I upload. You don't have to listen at 5, but the videos are uploaded at 5. Come back to the Instant Coffee with Jan show. It's radio style. Have an amazing day. Again, and thank you for your time. I do ask for you to do one thing. If you found value in this video, please click like. I really appreciate it. Take good care, everybody. Bye-bye.